Hi everyone, welcome to Your True Self for another little video that I'd like to share. I know it's been a little while since I've popped one up. I'm sure most of us feel like this year has just been a particularly crazy year. So much going on always. But I thought today I'd talk a little bit about fear and how would our life be different if we didn't have fear. So you might see some people explain fear as false evidence appearing real, so like an acronym for it, because often that's what it is. And you know, I've noticing a lot of it lately, that false evidence that appears real. And where are we getting that truth from? Now, a lot of our truth comes from within. That's why I have Your True Self. You know, it's really coming from within. We know innately what is right for us and what is wrong, what is truth and what isn't, but we shut it down. So we often live in this fear of failure, fear of success, fear of meeting someone new, or fear of not meeting someone new, fear of standing out, fear of being not noticed. So what would it be for you? What would your life be like if you didn't actually live in fear? Okay, there is a lot of people living in fear currently. So imagine if you weren't. What would be the changes in your life? How would you feel? How free would you feel? I know I used to have that fear of getting up. I love dancing, but getting up on the dance floor and, just enjoying yourself. What do I look like? What are my moves like? Who knows? And often you would, think that you needed to have a bit of Dutch courage to get up there. That fear is gone. I just couldn't care less. Get up on the dance floor and just enjoy the music. And however that my body responds to it. I could look like a dying duck, or I could look like a swan lake. Highly unlikely I look like a swan lake, I can assure you of that. But you know what, it doesn't matter because it makes me feel good inside. So what could you be doing for you that makes you feel good inside because you're not living in fear? Just picture that. What would you be doing? So I managed to eradicate fear of a number of things through going through a creatrix process. Even thinking about that can be fearful. What would that mean for me? How would that actually change me? How will I identify myself? But once you get through it and to the other side, you really couldn't give a toss. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So what would you think about getting rid of your fear? Whatever that fear might be. And it could even be, a fear of flying. Not that that's a lot of that going on right now, but it could be that. It could be, but that emotional response that we create when we're living in fear really impacts our body. It dumbs us down as well. So we can't make really very logical decisions, because when we're in fear and we're increasing our cortisol levels, then we can't be using our logical brain. We only use our sort of reptilian prehistoric brain and do things out of habit, because it means we don't think. We don't have that energy to think. We don't have that capacity to think. So when you're not living in fear, you can start to think logically and rationally and realize that you've been living in fear for probably no reason at all. So think about it, have a ponder as to what your life would be like if you weren't living in fear. Okay, it changes you energetically, it changes you internally, it changes your health status. It's such a negative vibration that you're running on that it can actually impact your health. And I've seen people with that kind of, issues with health. I mean, I've been in the game long enough that I've seen, how that can actually impact people and their well-being. So I just wanted to jump on today and really share a little bit of a revelation. I really appreciate it if you can share these sorts of videos with people. I bumped into someone that I haven't seen for a while yesterday, and they said how they have really enjoyed watching some of these sorts of things or being inspired. And I hope that that's what you can feel too, that you can actually inspire yourself, or I'm hoping to inspire you, because I just know what an amazing human being you are. Even if you haven't quite discovered that yet. And how can you encourage other people to, be inspired and keep living what could be their best life and actually discover who their true self is right down in there. I've had a lovely little trip back to the tropics, and ready to get back into it. It was very busy and awesome, but it's time to get back doing all the things that I love, and this is something I love, is to be able to hope that I can inspire people. So please like and share and subscribe. There is a notification bell, so you can always tap that whenever I upload a new video. You get a notification for that. Have a wonderful day. Think about what it is that you could be doing if you weren't living in fear, whatever it may be, whatever realm of your life that you're finding that's holding you back. Okay, because you are a free spirit, you were born a free spirit, and you were born to be really living the best life that you can live. Okay, all right, we love you lots. See you soon.